Are you doing a lot of video in your business at the moment? You know, Zoom calls, maybe some YouTube videos, but you're still using your PC or your laptop webcam. The quality of that isn't that great, but there are ways that you could upgrade that. And that's what I'm going to go through in this video. Hi, I'm Jason Kruger, and I help heart-centered businesses build and automate their online marketing systems. Now, in today's world, we are using a lot more video, but people are still using their webcams that are built directly into their laptops. And unfortunately, the quality isn't that great. Now, you can upgrade your mic with buying an external mic, and that will just improve your videos even more. But sometimes you also want to upgrade your webcam. Now, you can just go out and buy an external webcam, and it would probably upgrade your video a little bit, but I don't think that's a great option. I think you're wasting money by getting these external webcams, especially if you're looking to really up your video game. There are expensive webcams out there, you know, over £200. But I've seen those, and to be honest with you, I don't think the quality is amazing, especially when the camera that I'm using now is a mirrorless camera with a different lens on it as well. So the camera I'm using is a Sony a6100, and the lens I'm using is a Sigma 16mm f1.4 lens, and that's what's giving me this great picture and the blurry background. But that camera is then also connected to a capture card, and you're looking at spending over £1,000 for this type of setup. Now, you might not want to be spending that type of money, but there is something that you can use that everyone nowadays has to upgrade your video, and that is your smartphone. And today I'm actually looking at an app that's actually for the iPhone, but there are other pieces of software out there that you could use for Android as well. But as I'm in the Apple ecosystem, that's the one that I'm going to be showing you today. Now, the one that I want to show you is by a company called Reincubate, and they've come up with a piece of software called Camo. Now, let me show you their website. So this is their website, and especially if you're in education, you can contact them and you can actually get a discount on this software. At the moment, it's around £35 for a year. And to be honest with you, I think if you really are looking to improve your video, this is probably going to be the cheapest way of doing it. And it's going to give you very good quality. Now, as you can see, it can be used for any bits of software that you might be using, like Zoom, for instance, and it will work for all the others as well. Where this differs to some other software, there are other ways where you can install an app on your phone, but then you need a dongle, like an HDMI output dongle that you can connect to your phone, but then you still need a capture card to connect to your PC. And what this piece of software does is it will give you clean HDMI. Now, what do I mean by that is when you look on the back of like a mirrorless camera or anything like that, you have all the white display information on there. Now, if you don't have clean HDMI, that will also show up on your video, which is not what you want. So these other apps out there, and there's one that I know of called Filmic Pro, they allow you to output clean HDMI, but then it also gives you other camera settings as well. Where this piece of software differs from Reincubate is that you actually install the piece of software on your PC or Mac. There's an app that you install on your phone, but that app actually doesn't do anything. It's just a connection to the PC. You then just connect your iPhone to your PC just using the normal charging cable. Open up the app on the iPhone, and then you control everything from your desktop, which for most people is probably the best way to do it. So you're not having to fiddle with your iPhone all the time. And you know, this is what everyone is saying about it, and I really love this piece of software as well. So let me show you what this is. So as you can see now, this is output now directly from my iPhone. So if I actually show you, so this is the output from the iPhone, and as you can see, it's a great quality. Now, yes, I am using one of the latest iPhones. It's the iPhone 12 Pro Max. So yes, the camera is really good on it. But to be honest with you, most of the iPhones now have got great cameras. So you will still get much better quality by using your iPhone as your camera than going out and buying a webcam for £50. You know, this is £35 a year. Yes, it's a yearly subscription, but to be honest with you, if you're going to be doing a lot of video, I think it's really worth it. So this is the output from the iPhone, and this is the output from my mirrorless camera. Yes, the mirrorless camera is going to look very, very good and much better, but you know, I've invested in that. But to be honest with you, the iPhone quality is superb as well. So let's go back to the Camo software. So as you can see here, there are different options that you have. So when I plug my phone in, it's going to tell me the source, and it's my iPhone. And as well, when you're plugging it in, it will charge the phone as well. So you're not losing any battery with this. The reason the quality is not going to be as good as the mirrorless, yes, the mirrorless has got the external lens, etc., but I am just connecting the iPhone using USB, which doesn't have the same data throughput as the way I'm doing it on the mirrorless. And that's where, you know, you could invest in a capture card and using one of these other pieces of software on the phone, and the quality would probably be a step up from this piece of software. But to be honest with you, for most people, this is going to work really well for them. And as I said, at the moment, it's only £35 a year, and it's going to beat any webcam out there. Now, if your iPhone does have the different lenses, as this one does, it will ask you which lens you want to use. So for instance, I'm using the wide lens on it, but I could go to the ultra wide. So if I click on that, it's now giving you a much wider view. If I use the telephoto, it's going to be very close. Now, no one really wants to see you that close. So let's go back to the normal one. So this is the normal lens that you would want to use. And then you can just mount it with a little tripod or something just above your laptop. It's also then telling me the resolution that I'm using, and also the f-stop. So as you can see, this is 1.6. I have my mirrorless set at 1.4, so you know it's almost there. It then also gives you the focus. So this is autofocus at the moment, so it's just focusing on me. Yes, the background isn't completely blurred out, but you can also then change it manually. So you can go in here, and as you can see, I can change that manually. So I'm just going to go back to the autofocus, and then the resolution. You have all the different resolutions here as well, and I would stick The other thing is on my mirrorless is that I'm actually shooting it in 60 frames per second. It just gives a smoother video, especially, you know, if I'm moving my hand and that. If I did that on the mirrorless, it'll be a bit smoother. At the moment, that's just set at 30 frames per second. I don't know if that's ever going to change. We'll just have to wait and see. And then you can also change the flash level as well. So if you need to have the front light on, you could switch that on. And as you can see, the flash is now actually on. And if you need that just to light you a little bit, if you're in a darkened room, then you can use that as well. So I'm just going to switch that off. And the other thing that you can also do is switch off the watermark. So because I've actually purchased this, I've managed to switch that off. But as you can see at the moment, it's got the camo watermark on there. But I can just switch that off. I can also mirror the output. So if you need to do that, it gives you that option. And then also rotation. So you can rotate it if you need to. It also gives you the option to zoom. Now on the other side here, they do have kind of the normal camera settings that you can change as well. So you get your ISO, the shutter speed. So you can go in here and change those if you want to as well. And as you can see, it's changing that. And you can go in here and make those changes if you wish, so that you get the best picture that you can. But as I said, with this, you know, controlling everything from your desktop. And then when you go and so when you go and use this in Zoom or any of your other pieces of software, all you need to do is go into the settings and change your camera source. Now, all it will say when you go in there, it will either say Reincubate Camo or just Camo. And you just select that. Make sure that the app is running on your laptop, and that you have the app running on the iPhone. Have it all connected, and then you'll get your the video feed from your iPhone. Now, I hope you've enjoyed this tip, and it's something that I do urge a lot of people to look into. And I will put the link to their website in the description so that you can go and take a look. But if you are doing a lot more kind of Zoom calls and other videos, and you just want to up the quality, then look at using your phone. Now, as I said, this is for iPhone, but if you Google it, I'm sure there's going to be other Android versions out there as well. And I'll have a look as well, and if I do find any, I will put them in the description as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you on the next one.